Good evening, and thank you for joining us here on Mission Live. We are Mission Improv-able. My name is David Cohen. I am joined today by Alec Vanacore, Alan Angevine, and Reggie Hudgens. As you may know, last week we had some controversy because I fired Alec, which I have apologized to him. He's apologized to me. We are all here today, and glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
There was some negotiating.
There was a little bit of negotiating.
You cut half a salary, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Half of free
Half of nothing.
is a pretty good deal.
But there was
And
more.
half goes to me.
Well, I think we made, I agreed to wear my best hoodie. And Dave agreed
This is much nicer.
his firstborn son.
He can have Dakota.
Congratulations.
He's 21, and he's all yours. All
He's
right.
mine now.
He's a
All
good
right,
worker.
so I had to give up my firstborn.
Yes.
What are you going to do with my son?
I'll probably sell him.
You get a pretty penny for a 21-year-old white male.
Yeah, yeah.
Believe me.
Well, or I'm hoping, but he is, he is a white male, so he's probably gonna do better than me. So I'll just take all of his money.
But yes, socially, yes.
Yeah.
I can tell you, we do a lot better than you.
Yeah.
So now that I have the whole gang back, and we are joined by a number of Mission Improbable members that will be popping in soon, what did we all do for International Women's Day yesterday?
Oh,
Reggie, what did you do?
International Women's Day.
Yes, that was yesterday.
I went to IHOP and got a free short stack.
Okay. Were they doing that for everybody, or was that just you?
That was for International Women's Day.
It's news to me.
National Pancake Day?
Yeah, that was National Women's Day.
Huh.
Alec, what did you do?
I watched only lesbian porn.
I can't top that. What did you do, Alan?
being that it was International Women's Day, I hosted several international women in my basement. They were all treated to some strawberries and what they thought were certs. So that's what I did.
I got in touch with my feminine side. I'm touching it right now.
Again?
Yeah,
All right.
again. So this brings me to what's going on right now. I was challenged by Daniel Post. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Dan.
Who is a
Semper Fi,
Marine
buddy.
serving right now. I think you're in Australia or Japan. I'm not sure where you are. So let us know.
So similar.
But we want to accept your 22
So
push-up
what
challenge.
it is, it's called the 22 Push-Up Challenge. What it is it's to raise awareness. Just about every day in America, an average of 22 American war veterans, commit suicide. So to raise awareness, it's kind of like the Ice Bucket Challenge, but a little bit more involved. So everybody here has been challenged to do 22 push-ups as fast as they can. Following that, each one of us will issue a challenge to another individual out there, and they have 22 hours to complete their 22 push-ups on camera.
All right,
So
who do
on
you
and so
challenge?
forth. I'm going to challenge my 4-year-old son, Joshua.
Can you do push-ups today?
Oh, yeah.
All right, who are you challenging?
Danielle Steele.
Do you know Danielle Steele?
That wasn't part of the
Or is
stipulation.
it Daniel Steele, the guy who lives down the street?
No, Danielle Steele, the author.
Okay. I'm going to challenge Paul Cartelli. Who are you challenging?
David Cohen.
I'm doing it right now anyway. That's so stupid.
Oh,
You're an idiot.
Brian Cohen.
All right,
there we
so
go.
Brian has to do it. I'm sure he's watching right now. All right, so does the entire troop want to do this? Because we could get everybody down here on the floor. We
Yes.
have plenty of
I
people.
don't think we'll be able to see all of
Yeah.
us.
Well,
let's-
we might not be able to, but we
really
can get
should.
down here. So we're going to get down here on the ground. They're going to move the camera a little bit. Do we have to do it as fast as we can, or can we count them out together?
Let's,
I think we should do it at our own rate.
we should really do it
Then
at
we'll
our
be
own
here a
pace.
while for you.
What do you mean for, normally I'd be fine, but
I'd say
my
just for
sex
the,
muscles are sore.
just for the, your sex muscles.
Yeah.
You do push-ups during sex?
Or he
Hey,
does
little-
push-ups
little
with his
planking?
sex muscle.
Little
God.
plank?
Well,
Yes,
I,
it's like-
I suggest we do it at everybody's own pace, and we
All right.
try to do it as fast as we can.
All right, so we're doing
Raise awareness.
22 push-ups. You're on your own.
Okay.
All right, and they're watching us, so we have to be honest in our counting. Can we please get the-
lady push-ups.
I'm gonna remove my
Yeah.
hat, so I don't get my hat on the ground.
I don't
All right.
normally
Can
do
you get
these
us-
things, and if you challenge me to anything, I will never do it.
I did the
But
ice
this
bucket
is a good
challenge.
cause,
This is a
and it's the
winter.
last cause.
All right, so here we're down on the
Wait a
ground.
minute, I'm sneaking in here.
come over here.
Sneak in there.
This is a nice, oh, hi.
Hi, we're in here.
All right, here we go. Move
This,
in.
this is the beginning of a good.
All right, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
All right.
In shape, guys.
In shape, guys.
These
Are done.
players
Oh,
are
he
in
does
shape.
it. Those are sex
Oh,
ups.
Chris.
Chris
Oh, my
isn't
goodness.
done yet.
Chris is
All right, so Mr.
about
Improv-able,
19.
they can't see you, but he's
I
doing
did half
upside down
those.
reverse push-ups. There he goes. All right.
That's Chris
Very-
finishing up his
very
inverted
difficult.
push-ups.
All right.
Wow.
So you've been challenged, the people who we said.
Yeah.
And I want to segue into the next thing, which is
Can
Catching
we
our
hold on?
breath.
Can we hold on 1 second though? My property just came by.
Oh, hey,
Dakota?
Dakota.
Come here, please. Dakota.
For those of you
He
just
doesn't
tuning in right now, from what I understand, Alec now owns Dakota,
My son.
his son.
it was part of the negotiation.
Well, that's a crappy deal because he does not listen.
This is true. So I want to talk about Donald Trump's hands.
You got. I just want to point out, Alec, myself, and you. We all seem to have pretty prominent hands. Donald, you could do some hand exercises. That would just be my. I mean, you're a grown man with baby hands, so it's a little weird, but that's okay.
You know, I'm not a huge Trump fan, but, I don't think your hands are that small. I mean, they're not CeeLo Green hands. And that I just started singing today, he's got CeeLo Green hands. They're so tiny. Holding that hamburger. What are those things? So it's not CeeLo Green bad.
No, but it is small enough to question his authority as the leader of the free world.
Okay.
Sounds like a song title.
I want somebody with some big Shaq hands to be my leader.
Oh, okay.
Like George Washington.
Yes, George
George
Washington.
Washington had huge
Not many
hands.
people know this, but
What
his
about
hands.
Lincoln? I believe he also had huge hands.
Lincoln also had giant hands.
Second. George Washington had 18-inch hands from heel to.
How are your hands? They're tiny.
Well, relative to me?
They're tiny.
Oh,
Yeah. Reggie had tiny hands.
I don't want to be president.
You're not eligible for a presidency with tiny hands.
No, not at all.
All right. I want to go into celebrity advice since we were kind of working with the Donald Trump theme here.
Sure.
I have one that I would like to start with, and then our executive producer, Benji Madsen, is going to give us a couple more to talk about. I know it's trending because it's been all over our base Facebook page, but apparently a woman who is a gun enthusiast let her 4-year-old train with weapons. She believes that children should be trained with guns very, very early on. And apparently the 4-year-old shot mom in the back while they were driving. Now, mom's okay, but I would like to give mom some advice.
Oh,
What would you say to mom after your 4-year-old shot you in the back with the gun that you gave her and trained her on?
I would probably say, you've learned nothing, I'm still alive. That's what I would say.
I would kind of go along with what Alec's saying, but on the other hand, I would shoot the kid back just to teach him a lesson, just to let him know how it feels, because in order to really understand and appreciate something, you have to feel and know everything about it. So, yeah.
I'm in complete agreement with you. I was thinking that, if a dog bites you, you bite the dog back, show him
I
his
do.
boss. Shoot
Always.
your kid. Shoot your kid and say, that's what it feels like. Don't do that again. So that's a lesson to be learned. Reggie, what do you want to tell mom?
I don't have kids, so I just want to put that out there.
Reggie, your Facebook page says you have children.
Okay, they don't like me, so.
That makes sense.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, so if one of your children shot you, what would you do?
I would say, how did you find me after all this time? I mean, I walked out on you pretty early.
Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Any advice for what celebrity is next?
John Goodman needs advice.
John Goodman.
Hi.
What did John do?
He said on TV that after an encounter with Kristen Wiig that he'll never speak to her again.
Uh-oh.
She embarrassed him.
Oh.
Does it say how she embarrassed him?
He interrupted her at a party. And she must have told him off.
Okay.
In front of
All
people.
right, so John Goodman was interrupted by Kristen Wiig at a party
Yes.
and was embarrassed. All right, you had it.
I get this. I get it, Mr. Goodman. I do.
I get it.
When a woman comes up to you and compliments you
Angie.
on your breasts,
Yeah.
like that, Mr. Goodman, just take the compliment. That's all. You shouldn't get offended or anything like that. A compliment is a compliment, I always say.
Is that the good advice?
Yeah.
What's your bad advice?
I'd say John Goodman should quit his career and go back to making movies like Chud, because that was his finest role.
That and arachnophobia.
Chud and arachnophobia are in completely different worlds.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Yes, of course. Really bad advice from Reggie today.
Well, Kristen Wiig, as a woman on International Women's Day, could have gotten away with a lot more. They have free passes.
And free pancakes, apparently.
Yeah. But
Alright.
that was just coincidence.
How is that any different from any other day?
I don't know. All right. What other celebrities could use some advice? I hope that works for you, John, because we're all fans.
Of Chud.
And of Roseanne, before you died on the show.
Oh, okay. So, Vladimir Putin,
Okay.
Love
sweet.
that guy.
he said, "Dear women, you possess mysterious powers. You keep up with everything. So what advice do you have for him? Which women is he interacting with that he has found that they have
Mysterious powers?
Mysterious
So
powers.
Putin believes that women have mysterious powers. Does he need advice from us? It doesn't sound like he's like in dire straits.
Yeah, I feel like if he really needs advice, he could probably consult his crew of witches that constantly predict the future to him.
Well, that's exactly the group of women that he's referring to. I don't know how many of you guys in the room have ever come into contact with any sort of Russian woman or any Eastern European woman like that.
They're
But
very
they
magical.
do have some serious magic powers for to make you to come to America and live as wife. Just as an example.
Oh.
And they can levitate.
Yes. Russian women can levitate. This is a fact.
All right, Reggie, do you have advice for?
I guess if there are women with powers, don't get them mad and don't introduce them to me.
You really don't have good relationships with women, do you?
No.
Okay. Who else is having problems right now, celebrity-wise?
Nobody. All the other celebrities are good.
Everybody's
Every other
happy, no
celebrity out there
problems?
is-
Okay. So you can talk about Maria Sharapova, the tennis player.
Okay. Say her name again?
Maria Sharapova.
Russian
Okay.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magical
She's
powers.
She can
That's
levitate.
why she's so
she has
good at
magical
tennis.
powers.
All right.
She has said that she's been taking the same drug for like 10 years, but this season they banned her.
They finally caught up with her meth addiction?
Oh.
They banned the drug in January.
They banned the
They banned
drug
her in
that she's
January.
been taking.
For 10 years.
So we want to give her advice on what to do next?
Yeah, because she's banned from tennis.
She's banned.
Oh.
For
Oh,
E?
wow.
Yeah, for whatever drug you want.
Whatever, sure. So what do we want? What good advice can you give her?
Find a new drug to use.
That's good. Something that's legal. Do you have anything
Just
in particular?
undetectable.
Oh, okay.
Is this banned? I mean, what I meant was forever.
She's banned from tennis forever. Yeah.
Or until she gets off the drugs or something like that, I would imagine.
Well, my advice would be, my love for you didn't stem from your skill at tennis. It stemmed from your great personality and the wonderful times you've had together. Come back to me, Sharapova.
No. Well, anyway, my advice to you, Maria, would definitely be to cross over into women's professional wrestling, where it's definitely not frowned upon to take enhancement drugs or anything like that. You really have a future in that. Yeah, that would be my advice. Oh, and call Alec. He misses you.
All right. And if she is Eastern European, then she probably does have some magical powers.
Right, just
use
those.
Just use those. You don't
She's a
need
wizard.
drugs. You have Putin's favor. That's all you need.
He wrestles bear for fun.
You'll always have me.
All right. Something in the news that I found really interesting. That is the Wachowski brothers who directed, wrote, and produced The Matrix, which is probably one of the very top guy films. One of the top guy films up there with Fight Club, those types of films that men go to see.
Queen of the Desert.
They're both transgender now.
Oh.
So one was transgender earlier, but the other one has also decided to become transgender very, very recently. And I am personally wondering what type of film The Matrix would be if at the time it was written by two women. So I put that out there for the three of you.
Oh,
And for any of the other improvisers that love that film. It's a guy's film.
Well,
Like, yeah.
the Trinity wouldn't wear as much leather,
Okay.
probably. And she would ride a bigger motorcycle.
You really know nothing about women, do you, Reggie?
No.
Okay. What kind
I
of
feel
film?
like Keanu Reeves would still have been in it. Because he is such a handsome man.
he's gentle.
Yeah. Aside from that, I think it'd be about the same. Men and women are
See,
equal.
I think that a lot of the going into the Matrix would be much more like The Notebook and Beaches, and would be much more sensitive.
Not all women are
You're
like
sexist.
Wait, did a woman make either of those films?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
You're
No.
pulling that out of your ass, dude.
I totally
I'm pretty
pulled that
sure
out of my
that
ass.
The
I'm
Notebook
sure
was-
somebody's going to tell me who wrote Beaches, and I know The Wind Beneath My Wings was not written by a man. I know that. That much I know.
Right, but The Notebook was written by Nicholas Sparks.
But yeah, but he might as well just be a woman. I don't know.
Maybe he identifies. Well, the thing is, getting back to your Matrix thing
Yes,
is,
thank you.
think of the endless
hot
possibilities. This is not just from a female perspective. This is from a transgendered individual.
Okay.
So you could have gone one of two ways with it. You know, you could have made it about a robot system that identifies as a human or something like that, and gets mad at all the other robots for not recognizing its humanity or anything like that. You could have called it The Makeup Tricks. Just throwing ideas out there.
That
for
was a
anybody,
lot of setup for that little punch.
for anybody who's looking to accept any movie pitches right now.
All right, we're gonna do that little fancy thing what we do with the camera and cut, because when we come back from this very quick cut, let's give Reggie a hand. Yes, thank you for joining us, Reggie, this week. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Ryan.
And I'm going to ask my two improvisers right here to do a advertising. So we'll be right back in 3 seconds. 3, go. 2, 1, go. Okay, we're back. And Reggie almost didn't leave because he didn't
and
know
we're back. Hi.
he was supposed to leave. So, and we're here. And from our executive producer, I would like some product that these two can create a commercial for. And I'm going to change up, because they don't know what I'm going to say, and I don't even know what I'm going to say half the time, the style in which they're going to recreate that commercial. So could I please have something we might be able to sell? We have some very serious discussion over there. What are they going to sell? What product?
You guys are going to sell the thing that makes noise that scares rats and insects away.
Oh,
The
you plug those in
Yeah,
your
it's the thing that
house.
you plug into the
They
wall,
make a
and
supersonic
like a
sound.
screeching noise that only those animals can hear,
okay,
and insects.
And it scares
we can do
away.
this.
Yeah.
All right, could I please see
we kind of.
your best spot? All right.
Roger, you have to do something. There's bugs and rodents all over the place.
I know. I can barely get any of my puzzles done.
But how can we possibly hurt them humanely without the use of traps?
I know. We could do it through the use of sound.
Yes, just like you say that my consistent nagging and screeching is trying to make you leave the house.
Exactly. So if we could harness the energy of your nagging into the walls and surrounding areas, all the roaches and rodents will go away.
But you can't plug me into a wall.
No, we can't. That's why we have the plug-in yell. It's invisible, and it won't interfere with anything.
It's really there.
All right, good. Thank you, guys. That actually might sell. I would like to, since we were just talking about it, I would like to see that commercial in the style of The Matrix.
Okay. Music.
So many rats. Oh, it's turning while I'm doing it. Oh, this is some crazy cinematography. Oh, I'm coming back with the pill, the red pill.
No one can be told what the rodent is. All I want to ask you is, do you want to see how far this rodent hole goes?
Yeah, giving me pills, right?
You think those are roaches you're killing?
Oh, Jesus Christ, look at the size of it! Plug the thing in! Plug the thing in!
All right, cut. That actually attracted rats and roaches.
Because
so
they like my Lawrence
that
Fishburne
didn't work.
impression.
Can we please do that in the style of like a 1930s education film
From the 30s?
from middle school? Yeah, like a middle school education film.
Okay, so this is a middle school education film from the 1930s.
Johnny's walking inside of his house and doesn't see that his parents don't keep things clean.
Gee, Johnny, we keep this place as dirty as the communists do.
Oh my, look at that rodent. It's probably a dirty Jerry.
I guarantee that it has nothing to do with the bathtub gin we've been making all stinking day.
That's right. Now why don't we take this box right here? It amplifies the sound of my wife.
Say, what kind of Polynesian witchcraft are you trying to sell?
It's a new thing called electricity.
Ah!
It's gonna, yeah, don't worry. You don't have to tell your girl about it because she's dumb like all women.
It's the
I
30s.
think we've just blown International Women's Day out of the water.
I was trying to make
we
a-
negated the whole thing.
I was
with
trying
both
to-
of those commercials.
It's supposed to be a real, like,
I would like to do this commercial now in the style of a sensitivity program after that.
Okay.
Okay.
I want us to understand what's going on inside the hearts and minds of rodents.
I'm glad we're having this talk. Originally, I thought all rodents were the same. That maybe the articles I read in the back of my men's magazines were telling me the proper way to take care of them.
And the proper way to take care of your rodents and roaches is not to deter them with screams or harmful chemicals.
Should we just talk to the rodents and try to see?
Well, we need to open a dialogue with all the rodents.
I don't know, rodents.
Now, they're going to come and try and eat
I
at
just
your ankles.
identify as a rodent.
This is a person that identifies as a rodent.
You're a flower.
And cut.
And we're...
See, that wasn't so hard. That was much more sensitive.
That worked.
That was politically correct.
It was.
I like that.
I felt wrong
Okay.
on a lot of levels.
All right, we're going to do a new segment on our show called Prop Freeze. Some of you have seen us do this live and in person. And our executive producer is going to grab our props. We have not seen them. I'm going to ask all of the improvisers that are here in the room to come in and play if they'd like to. We're going to put some props down on the ground. We're going to show you what it is. And then our improvisers are going to use that prop in a way that it is not intended to be used. So they might call it something completely different, use it in a different way. And let's see how many clever things they can come up with in a very short period of time.
Now would be a great time for the kids to leave the room.
All right, could we please have our first, I hear glass.
Yeah.
Probably not a good sign.
All going to get broken in this.
Could please have our first prop.
And the first pro.
Okay. Our first prop is a bristly brush. And any one of the improvisers can go grab it off the ground.
It wasn't even on the ground.
It's hard having diabetes. I have diabetes, and you should too. Do you want me to come and give you diabetes? Somebody say freeze.
No,
All right, I'm going to go back to the 80s with this one. Here we go. Mr. T! I pity the fool.
Oh, we don't have to say freeze?
it's a landing strip. I thought I'd do something special for Ladies' Day. And,
The most hairiest razor I've ever seen in my life. It's not gonna go away.
That's right, Mr. 1986. I said sell. Yes, I did buy the smallest cell phone. Yes, I did. Wham is awesome. Yes.
I feel pretty. I feel pretty.
Great. I could do 20 minutes of that right there.
Captain, I'm trying hard, but without data here, I don't think I can get it done.
All right, let's switch out. Does anybody have one? I don't want to interrupt. All right, second prop, please. Oh, okay. It's ein German helmet. All right, I'll put this right here. Who's got one?
Lay down.
Lay down where they can't see you.
All right. Well, that was a tough circumcision, but your baby's gonna be just fine. Oh, I just stole Joe's circumcision joke. That was it. That was the only one.
Okay, Rittenhouse is in.
Slow and steady wins the race.
You make a really lovely turtle.
Thank you.
Can he be on the show next week as a guest?
Turtle?
Billy the small-shelled turtle,
Maybe.
All right, who's next?
who identifies as a snail.
Yes, it's true. My extra titty is the larger one.
Kitty jokes. That's where we're going today.
Okay.
All right, get one more. Oh, the turtle's back.
I don't have a joke. I'm a really big fan of the Third
All right,
Reich.
take it and get out.
All right, last one. You kind of stumped us. Oh my goodness. Do we have to use the parts inside, or?
What is it?
It's a small container of cork.
Oh. Let's. Go ahead, man.
It's all you.
Yahtzee!
All right, well, that's the end of that because it's everywhere now. So,
That works.
All right, thank you. Oh, damn it. One more?
One more.
It better be good.
They're all good.
All right.
Oh, man.
It's a tea party set.
Be our guest, be our guest, be our... Mommy, there's a goddamn beast living here, and he's railing a real woman! We're supposed to look the other way, Chip.
All right, thank you, Alan. I can't top. Oh, you can top.
Oh, you can top
Eating the
that?
beast.
We have two.
All right, the turtle can top it.
I'm just a small shell turtle.
It's so sad. He's got no shell.
But wait,
He's got Donald Trump shell.
Nice.
get the English out of cork. Sinn Féin.
I thought we were going to have no political debates.
That was 100 years ago.
Too soon.
Two-year-old joke. All right.
Is it too soon for Titanic jokes?
Could be.
All right. Sorry.
So, Alec Vanacore is going to take a short break, and Chris Ty is going to come visit. So,
Tag me out, bro.
This will replace your adult diaper.
welcome
Hi,
to
Chris.
the show, Chris Ty.
Where'd you come? Warm.
It is.
Alec has some.
I was sitting out there in the ether, waiting, just waiting.
So you were supposed to be working on a film today?
Yeah, I was
Because
supposed
normally he wouldn't even show up. It's just that he decided to show up because The paying gig didn't work out.
I told Mr. Spielberg I had other more important things to do, and that was
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. You dropped his name. Heavyweight name you drop in there, buddy.
Well, it was Ralph Spielberg. It's a guy I know down at the hardware store.
Hi, Ralph.
We were talking about doing a commercial.
Gotcha.
Said I wasn't right.
I want to go into why is this trending? Have you played that with us before? You've seen that?
Yeah.
I think I've seen you guys do it.
All right. I'd like to know what's trending right now so that we can try to figure out why it's trending and take some guesses. And we're usually wrong.
Weren't you just doing this before?
Never will.
Why am I trending? No. So what is trending right now? And we'll try to figure out why it's trending. That's a huge
Trending is trending.
Why is trending trending?
You know, there's a guy.
Yeah.
There's a guy who he was an uncle and a nephew, who decided to help his nephew pull his tooth using a drone.
drone.
A drone.
Did he fly it into his mouth?
He tied it to a piece of dental floss. and
Okay.
While
Did
it was
it
flying,
work?
and he gave his nephew one last chance to say no, and he said, "Go for it." It was a loose tooth, I guess. And
I hope it was a loose tooth. And he wasn't just doing this to his like 17-year-old.
full speed ahead and ripped the tooth right out, and
It works.
It worked.
Drone dentistry.
Drone.
You know, while we're waiting, one of the things that I read today is that because you know a lot about real estate, we've had these discussions.
Yes.
Did you know you could buy a house in Flint, Michigan? The average house price right now is $14,000. You could buy a house in Flint, Michigan for $14,000.
And to be exact, Flint, Michigan actually pays you $14,000 to take the house.
Take the house.
The reason it's so cheap is because there's absolutely no water hookup at all for the house.
Right.
Too soon?
No, this is what's happening.
Okay.
Somebody just closed on the house for $12,000.
I'm just speculating as to why.
They're paying people to come in.
They don't want to be led into that house. Sorry.
right.
I won't do that anymore.
So, what do we have?
What's trending?
What's trending?
Besides that?
Benji.
Swaziland.
Swaziland is
I know
trending.
what it is.
You actually know, right?
Yeah.
Billy
it's-
Rittenhouse.
it's
But
one
don't
of
tell us
those-
why. We got to guess why.
Yeah, we have to guess why.
But somebody here knows why and is dying to tell you, which we'll let him
I
do
don't know
after we
why it
guess.
is. I just don't know what it is.
Alan, oh, you know, it's a country.
It's one of the few tribal kingdoms left on the planet.
It's one of the
Thanks.
few what?
Tribal kingdoms. It's like the leader is actually a tribal chieftain.
All right,
Okay, well,
so,
why is it trending?
useless facts by Billy. Thank you. The real reason that Swaziland is trending is because it's the place where the swastika came up. And they're pissed that it's been bastardized into such a hateful symbol. You know, all they really want, it was their symbol of a cartwheel, of their people doing a cartwheel. And that's all they ever wanted it to be. So Swaziland wants the rights to the swastika back.
Little known fact, it was swastika land.
Right.
But in the
What-
translation, the X got dropped
Yeah.
to Swaziland. Why is Swaziland trending?
Well, and not to block you or anything,
But you will.
I do believe that it's more related to, there's a lot of migration and immigration from the Mideast into Europe. And nowhere more than in Geneva. And there's so many immigrants in there now, they can't even say the country right. So now they just simply change the name since no one can say it right. It's Geneva, Swaziland.
See, you're both wrong. I have it on good authority that Sarah Palin has recently said, I can see Swaziland from my house. So that's
Oh.
why that's trending right now.
Dave,
But
2006 wants their jokes back. Sorry. I just
why
had to
is
point it out.
Swaziland really trending?
18 elephants boarded a plane,
Finally!
and they're coming to the U.S.
I was going to say, what's the
Yes,
punchline?
my
What is
elephant
the
order.
immigration? What is
Awesome.
the immigration policy on elephants entering the country illegally? I don't know. So 18 elephants are boarding.
I'm going to just say, I was
They're coming
probably
here.
closest because I was talking about immigration, migration,
Well, Trump better build that damn wall faster then.
and a lot higher.
Yeah.
They're going on a plane.
What are we
All
gonna
right.
do?
So what else is trending right now? And we'll try to find out why with our educated guesses and misguesses.
Eggo waffles.
Lego my ego.
Why would that be trending?
Go with,
Yes.
Yes?
Can't wait. Yes.
Yes, we're sitting here with anticipation, great anticipation.
By the way, while we're waiting, did anybody really give a shit that Kim Kardashian posted another nude picture?
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How can I not
Yeah.
see this?
That happened
Because your
again.
wife doesn't let you use the internet after 9 p.m.
It was in last week's article of Who Gives a Shit Weekly, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Newark Public Schools.
Newark public schools are trending again.
Yeah.
no.
Again. All right, well, let's see if we can figure this out. Why are Newark public schools trending yet again?
Newark Public Schools are trending yet again because the mothers there are encouraging their 4-year-olds to have firearms to protect themselves, from the other students and teachers and things like that.
Possibility.
The teachers are leaving en masse.
They're boarding a plane.
They're
yes.
boarding a plane
That's
for
what I thought you
Switzerland,
were-
Swaziland. And,
It's kind of an exchange system. we have
Switzerland,
going on.
Swaziland.
you remember that movie,
Same difference.
Escape from New York?
Yes. that
Where they
was,
closed-
Slinkin.
Liskin.
Snake
Kurt
Plissken,
Russell.
right? So they've basically done that with the schools in Newark. They've just chained up the doors and, basically you get sentenced to school.
Yeah, you're both wrong. You're both wrong. Newark schools, I have this on good authority, Newark schools are #1 in education in the country. I have it on good authority. Chris Christie says so. So they're #1.
The
Great
fuck are you
education
talking
system.
about?
#1 in all of Newark?
There's no possible way. Okay,
Why are Newark schools trending?
They have lead in their water. Yay!
I was gonna say that.
They have lead
Who
in
doesn't these days?
They got a little lead in their
Everywhere.
pencil.
That's what lead's commercial should be. Lead. It's
in.
everywhere.
It's in.
It's in everything.
Yeah.
All right, great.
All right, we got time for one more.
Next up, trending, another topic.
All right, while we're waiting.
The audience is getting bored.
Is anybody else out there?
Teely Coom.
What?
Teely Coom.
Teely Coom?
That's all you're giving us?
That's all you're, is it a
Teely
person?
No, it's Teely Coom.
Teely Coom.
Teely Coom.
Teely Coom.
Oh, yeah,
Teely Coom, oh yeah, of course, it's trending.
Teely Coom is a 7-foot-tall center for the, it's actually an Italian league, basketball, professional basketball, from Nigeria. Doesn't speak any Italian or English, but, he's got an amazing, he can't even dunk, but they're just so amazed with him, just so enthralled with him that they can't even, the other team just can't even play against him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I
I can't tell, I don't know. All right, well, what, Teely Coom?
hate to disagree with you there, Chris, but from my understanding of my extensive web surfing, Teely Coom is the second most searched sexual fetish on Pornhub last month. If you don't know what it is, you probably don't want to know what it is, but I know you're going to look it up
See,
anyway.
I disagree because I'm pretty sure I know them all.
You know
No,
most
no,
of
I
it.
don't
This
know.
one
I don't
just came out, Chris. It's
You're both wrong.
unbelievably
You're
wrong.
both wrong. I have it on good authority that Teely Coom is actually Swazi, from Swaziland, for
Excuse me, swastika land.
you elephants, get on the fucking plane. Teely Coom! Teely Coom! That's what that is. Good authority.
Okay, you know what?
I'd hate to see a bad authority.
What is it?
Teely Coom is a SeaWorld whale
I was going to say that.
who killed 3 people
Oh.
and is now has a lung infection.
I told you, isn't that a crazy sexual fetish?
And one of those people was a professional basketball player who plays in Italy.
Yeah.
Right. We were all right. Well, you and I were right.
All right, big hand for Chris for joining us on Live and Trending.
Big hand.
Thank you.
Not big hand.
We're going to swap you out, sorry.
What?
We're trading you. We're going to get both Billy and Alec in. These are our special effects.
you
Our
want me to leave?
fader is a finger. No, finger. And we have a brand new segment of the show
Hi, Billy.
called Talk Dirty to Me. So the way this is going to work is I would like my improvisers to be the sexy voice on the other end of the phone. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get things from our other improvisers and our producer, and if you'd like to let us know. Things that are not sexy in the least. But on the phone, they're going to have to make it sound like the sexiest thing they've ever heard and that they're experiencing. So what's the, yes?
Can I give a suggestion?
Yes, please
Yeah,
do give a
absolutely.
suggestion, absolutely.
The Zika virus.
The Zika, okay, so one of you has to be sexy with the Zika virus. Whoever wants to take it can take it, but you just got a call from somebody that's turned on by the Zika virus. And you have to have a conversation with them in your sexiest sex line voice.
Hey there, my infected man. So, I understand you like to have the blood of an infected individual penetrated into your system. Ooh, mosquitoes get me all itchy and warm. It kills so good. For an additional minute, please insert your credit card.
Click. All right. Well, if that didn't turn you on, I don't know what's going to. All right. Alec, you're up. I'm just going to volunteer you. You're up.
After that.
Okay. Too much information for me.
Do I have to go in there?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But could you please tell us which sex call Alec got? And then he has to make really attractive.
Okay, we have a caller who wants to know about Eggo waffles.
Ooh.
That's a freebie. Yeah, make him sexy. Sell those waffles.
Hey, my name's Tandy. Yeah, I'm hungry too. Yeah, syrup. Yeah, I'll put syrup on it. Like a tennis racket. Yeah, it'll leave grooves on you. And that's when we spread the butter. And then hold on. Yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah, extra large with cheese. Yeah, I'll be right there. Are you finished yet? All right, good, thanks, bye.
All right, that was not sexy.
I thought it was sexy as hell.
All right, Mr. Rittenhouse, you're up.
What am I getting?
What does he have?
A keychain with an elephant on it.
You have to make a keychain with an elephant sexy because the person on the other end has a fetish for that.
I don't have a phone. Hey, baby. Do you want to see how deep this trunk can get? There's only one way to find out. I'll put my key in your ignition slot and turn and turn and turn, and then it'll be done after the third turn. Goodbye. You leave them wanting more.
Man.
Super sexy. All right. While we're all here, I thought we would try a product name game so that we can get a product that's out there and try to come up with names for that product to help sell it. So what's currently out there that people are trying to, just go on to, what is that app that you
That's
show me?
right, that's
Yeah,
right.
just go on there and pick one of these random weird things.
So
Yeah.
let's come up with a name for Bluetooth speakers.
Bluetooth speakers. All right, so we need product names for Bluetooth speakers.
Blue mouth.
Self-importance boosters.
Y or less headset.
Piss off your neighbors.
Confuse the guy in the bathroom.
All right. Oh, you can in a second. Before we end. Hi, we're back.
Hello.
We came up with some really good ideas after, and too late. You missed them. Can I please have another?
Yeah.
Could I have another product?
Okay.
Continuing
There's
on
got to be
with
some
the
strange
product
stuff
name
on there.
game.
Bluetooth speakers
Yeah.
are really normal.
Okay.
That's a
So
weird
you want
ass
something
speaker.
weird?
Yeah.
It's this black purifying mask that you rub all over your face, and when you rip it off, all the gross stuff underneath your skin comes out.
So it's a temporary black mask.
Yeah.
And that when you peel off,
Yeah, it makes your
takes
face
all the,
completely black.
and then you peel it
complete-
off and all the dead skin comes off.
Like dark black.
Blackface.
All right,
Yeah, blackface.
blackface, that's a good one.
The blackface purifying mask. That's not a silly name I'm coming up with. That's actually what it is.
What do we want to call it?
I don't know, I'm too filled with wet guilt.
I'm gonna call it the Othello.
I'm gonna call it "Do It in Newburgh and Die."
I'm gonna call it Your Friends Will Hate You.
I'm gonna call it an impression of Anwar.
I'm gonna call it Soul Brother 2.
I'm gonna call it that thing those
Great.
2 girls did in Florida and got expelled.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a long
that
name.
happened.
Are we
I'm
have
gonna call
time?
it Inappropriate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inappropriate.
Get you.
All right, you had one?
The product?
Yeah, what's
Yes.
the product you had?
Yes, it's like you roll it up like a glue stick, but it's butter, and then you rub it onto your toast.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yes, it is a real thing.
So
Yes.
you put the butter in the glue stick and you roll it, and it's like a
No, the container is like a glue stick.
Yeah, what
or
it
like
is
a
is
roll-on
it,
type of.
Yeah,
It's-
you
it's
unroll
like-
it, and then you rub
it's
it
like a
with
glue stick,
butter.
just like a giant glue stick,
I
but it
love
has
it.
butter that comes
Right.
out of the top.
That's awesome.
What would we call
What would
this?
we call that?
I would call this. Let's try this once, honey.
I can't believe I'm that lazy.
I call it Lardies.
Sorry.
That's what I would call it.
Butter tube.
I'm trying to.
What's it actually called?
I would
The
call.
greatest thing ever.
I would call it. Let's try that again tonight, honey.
It's called butter stick type.
Oh, that's really original.
That's
Oh wait,
a
are we
real
just
one.
talking about a regular stick of butter?
No, no, no. This is actually a
You roll it out.
glue stick
like
butter.
Elmer's.
The butter cannon.
that you.
Butter me up.
That's gotta be better than butter me up. That's good. That's much better than what the butter stick.
Oh, the butt
That's the
stick.
best.
The butt stick.
I think it should be called the butt stick.
That's what I've been getting at this whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if you could use a picture of something and show it to the audience and name it.
Well, I want to bring you back in because you're gonna talk about the movie that's gonna be premiering that some of us are in. So we're gonna go to our quick break. Transition to just bring Chris. Obviously, yeah, just Chris. We have 15 more minutes. I'm gonna go to the news desk in a second.
I was just thinking.
All right, so Chris is back. Hi, Chris. Hi. So Chris and I worked on a movie last year. You worked on it way more than I did. I worked on it a couple of days, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it's going to be where? Where is
Well,
it?
actually,
where is it premiering?
it's already had its world premiere.
And I missed it,
Yes.
or I wasn't invited.
Oh, you were invited. You didn't come. It was in New York and in LA.
Okay.
But
I
it
didn't
was
go to LA.
Shot entirely in Newburgh. And I keep looking down because it says the details. But people have been asking forever, when's it going to be shown locally in the Hudson Valley? And the answer is, we just got today, is March 25th through March 31st at the Downing Film Theater.
And that's
Downtown Film Center.
in Newburgh, right?
Right on the waterfront.
Right,
It's the
okay.
Downing Film Center. 19 Front Street, Newburgh, and it'll be on their website as well. And we're going to probably talk about it again coming up. But it's a
Yeah.
it's a
Do you
about a 2-hour
yeah,
drama.
do you want to tell them what it's about? Because it's based on a true story.
Based on true events, about these 5 migrant laborers who get picked up by these guys, end up getting beaten and actually murdered. And the police detective who investigates the murder, when they're discovered, comes to find out that the people involved were people he grew up with and had also prior situation with. And so the drama is comes full circle. And David had a really great part in it, playing the...
I was a building inspector.
Yeah, but you know what?
Riveting.
It was.
But
Hey,
it was a lot of fun. I hope
Bigger
you
part-
were, but you were also in it.
I was sort of like this character that flowed in the background that you only got a glimpse of now and then.
Did so you have those magical powers that Putin was talking about?
I do.
Did you get in touch with your feminine side on National Women's Day?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Was it National Women's Day or International?
International.
International. Wow.
Yeah. And, you know, it made me wonder about the transgender people. How do they handle that? Do they only celebrate half the day?
What does that mean?
Well, are they half woman? I don't know.
No, they're women now.
So they get the whole day.
They get the whole day.
Okay, all right.
They get the whole day.
Well, anyway, it ends up, it's a great
Yeah, so
movie.
please come support Downing Theater on the waterfront in Newburgh and
Well, not
crime
only-
drama.
I mean, the movie was shot entirely in Newburgh, and
We know a lot of people that were in it. A ton of
Exactly.
people that we know.
and it's got international distribution, but we want it to be successful because the next film for Industrial House Films, this movie's called Me America. The next one will be coming out, well, be starting production in August. And so the more people come and support, the more production that we'll have in the area. It's good for the whole area, good for everyone who's artists who's watching. We hired lots of production people. I was on the production team. Lots of
It was a great
opportunity for
local
actors.
film with really good production values.
Yeah.
So we'd love to have your support. All right, well, we're going to transition back. We need to have our little crossfader.
Yes.
And we're going to have the original team from the very beginning back, as if they never left.
And I really want to see what these guys do with that.
David,
Yes. Your finger's not on, yeah, the whole original team. All right, we'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
Almost there.
We're back. Hello, hi. So we're back. And thank you, Chris. Me America, we want to get as many people as we can to come out and support. So, okay,
I'm sorry, I just wanted to add before we move on to your next segment is Alec and I will be starring in the follow-up production to Me America, and it's going to be called Our Canada. And it's just about a couple of nice guys who just say sorry about everything.
We're real sorry about how things are in the States, eh?
Yeah, we're sorry that you're a bunch of hosers.
We're sorry you have so much racism, eh?
We're being racist against Canadians right now, eh?
It's kind of racist to say that we're a race, though, eh?
You're originally from Canada, right, Reg?
Yeah, sure shit is.
It's cold.
It's cold?
Yeah.
Canadian
Okay.
puppet.
I actually like to go to the news desk, but I sent the news desk away.
I have something to say.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Fuller House has gotten
Fuller House, yeah.
controversy for being edgy. They talk about sex,
Okay,
and it's not a family show anymore.
right. How do we feel about that? Should a family show from the 80s, 90s, if they redo it, should it remain a family show, or can it be edgy? Can it kind of translate to the millennials? What do you think?
Well, I think that people are expecting the Family Channel, right?
Yeah.
Is the one that had the teen pregnancy show or whatever. When they had like the kid, and it's not that teens can't have kids, but like it was very promiscuous. Yeah. The term
All right, well,
family has been
I
pretty
think-
intense lately.
I think that leads us to a kind of maybe a very interesting little game that we can play here. Can you think of, if I say an 80s show, can you tell me what the more adult version would be for the millennials? So let's go
Sure.
with
Is this kind of like a porn in America kind of thing?
yeah, what was the one with Michael J. Fox? That was
Family Ties.
Family Ties.
Hmm.
So what would Family Ties be now?
Tied up family.
And what would that be like?
Oh, just complete mayhem. It'd be like 1,000 Shades of Grey, basically.
All right, what about, well, how about like Gilligan's? We're going to the 70s now. What about Gilligan's Island?
What about Guilty Men's Island?
King of the island.
Eh?
All right. What if we took, I'm trying to think of innocuous 80s, what was up? That was Full House. I was going back to Full House, and they did that already. Can you think of, who can think of some, you're an 80s.
Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster. That's a good one. What would Punky Brewster be now?
Well,
Funky cock.
Really?
there is actually a sexual position called the Punky Brewster. You know,
Seriously?
I'll go to
Rooster. I heard rooster.
I'll go to jail if I
Punky
explain
Brewster?
it.
Yeah, oh, it's Brewster?
I would say Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Ooh.
I don't think you need to change it. It's back already. It's already been on for the last few years. They do have that. Was that on CBS?
Something like that.
Miami Vices.
So a more adult version of Miami.
Miami
Vice?
Devices.
Miami ISIS.
Miami
Miami
ISIS. Terrorism takes over Miami. Yeah, Miami
Sexual
ISIS.
terrorism.
Terrorism,
is-
so
what
good.
exactly
Going
is-
into a populated building and letting out a dick bomb.
71 virgins. Get ready.
Starring Don Johnson. You don't even have to change the actor.
Don Johnson
Don
and co-starring Dick Butkus.
Don't you mean Don's Johnson?
What are some innocuous 80 shows? I'm totally drawing a
How
blank
about
on
Charles?
these.
Charles
in
in
charge. Good one.
In charge of Charles' genitalia.
How about just all the rest of the males on the cast line up and they charge Charles? Let's charge Charles. This is a more adult version of that show.
Oh my goodness.
So I have to say though, going
MASH.
back to
That was I grew up in MASH.
MASH,
Yeah.
an adult version of MASH.
Yeah. What's the
Smash them together.
Sham.
Stop kicking yourself.
It hurt.
MASH? No, nothing.
Well, that was already pretty.
It was, yeah,
risque
MASH.
in itself.
MASH is pretty much,
Happy days.
oh, too easy.
Yeah, I'm
Happy
not going there.
minute.
Good, you really want us to say
I
it?
was gonna say happy gays.
Well, yeah,
I think
we're
that's
all-
what everyone's gonna do.
We're all thinking it.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking it too.
Cheers, queers.
Wow! Wow!
It happened.
Over the line.
I'd like to see
Deal
a
with it.
show
I'm joking. I think there is a show.
about a friendly gay bar in Boston. I don't know.
Everybody
That
knows
was
your
your
name.
Where everybody knows your shame.
But they're always glad you came.
All right, last one. Who's got a show from the 80s?
Alf.
Alf?
There actually is a sexual position called the ALF.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
where, sorry, no, it's where you eat a cat and put on a furry outfit.
also known as the Melmacian Hustle.
Oh God, it's been a long time since I've done that.
Oh, Alf, mouth.
Mouth.
Yeah.
You slur. You've been drinking. For crying out loud. Who gave him
Oh,
alcohol?
actually,
You
yeah.
were told explicitly not to allow Reggie to drink. You did?
Hey, I'm not
You
a
did.
child.
No, he's sober. He didn't do it.
I could
You are
drink
not.
if I
Oh my God! You could knock over. Chris Ty gave Reggie alcohol. He smells like a brewery. You were drinking when you were on break.
Well,
All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm going through your trailer.
I
I'm
didn't
throwing
know it was
out
coming
everything.
back.
All right. Well, you almost didn't. I think that. Oh. So we're gonna say goodnight. So say goodnight, Gracie.
Wait, you have to.
Yes. Say goodnight.
Next week.
Yes, next
see
week.
me on Hamilton.
Oh,
I'm in
you're on
that.
Hamilton. Who are
Yeah.
you in Hamilton?
I play the ethnic one.
Okay.
Set on fire. Man.
It's a good show. I look forward to seeing you. Are you gonna drink during? All right, Alec. What are you working on? You just did stand up this week.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went well.
All right. That's endorsing.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna be next week?
In my parents' attic, probably.
That's where you perform best, right?
I've got a show coming up on April 1st.
All right. Well, we'll promote that as we get closer to
Yeah.
April first. Are you joking, Amy?
No,
That's
no, no.
All right, it was
The
April
couples,
Fool's.
the dating, blind dating.
No, that was Saturday.
Oh, oops.
All right.
I guess I won't
Any
call.
last parting words from you?
Just be nice to each other out there. I mean, there's a lot of mean people, especially. You don't realize how harmful you actually are.
You're gonna make him cry, and then it's gonna take hours to get it back to you.
It does take a long time.
Give him a hug it out.
Really, though.
When Mission Improbable fights, we make up, we're that much stronger. All right, so some of you out there have a challenge, 22 push-ups. I think you have to do 22 push-ups for
Yes.
22 days, right?
Can I change mine from Danielle Steele to Miss Sharapova? But I need to see proof
Yes, and you can't take the drugs
in my house.
to enhance your performance, Miss Sharapova.
You
I'm
can
a-
use any drug.
I'm actually changing mine from my son to Donald Trump.
All right. Donald
Let's
Trump
see
has
if
to
you
do
have the
push-ups.
hands.
Let's see if we can do
22 of them.
All right.
I go for Bernie. I love him, but I don't know if he'd be able to make all 22
Pretty
of
sure he'd
those.
die.
That's all the time we have. Have a good night. Please join us next week. We'll see you then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Sherpa.